whisper it. Ooh, 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 toy rage.
Oh.
Stop swiping right, Toy Rage.
Well, I haven't found you, so there's no reason to swipe left yet. Wait, is it the opposite way?
Yeah, you get that's the opposite.
I will swipe right until I find John.
Swipe right is like. Swipe left is no like. So you basically told John, I'm waiting for you to pop up so I can say.
So I could say no to everyone else.
You ain't sexy for this.
John, you're sexy. Sexy like that bomb.
John, you're sexy to me.
I'll rip you one.
Oh, it's going, man. It's a Tuesday night. Feeling all right.
What's up, Beats?
I wish I could pump the Tina Turner that's going on through my headset right now. I'm getting my inner
Guys, everyone should say hi to What Drives John, the #1 Dota player in the caffeine office, by the way.
Number one.
He has not one more thing.
One more thing. So Mike and I watched a little Jackie Chan Adventures, and we realized that Uncle is everyone's uncle.
Who thought we lived together? We don't live. We used to live in the same state. What's up, Cheryl? And King Rex.
Hey, Cheryl.
And diabetes. Oh wait, no, King Rex is diabetes. I forgot.
Diabetes.
Speaking of diabetes, I rushed through some Domino's before this broadcast.
I missed all of that. Did you say you have diabetes?
Well, no, King Rex is saying that I have diabetes, but oh, thank you. I saw that. Thank you, John. You're my hero, academia. I have to explain to my girlfriend when she gets home why half of her soda is missing.
Good call. I need a soda.
You don't need a soda. Okay, guys, he's saying soda. But I know it's probably just like vodka or rum or both. Did you guys hear that? Is he Russian? No. Andrew's not Russian. He just drinks a lot.
I just come back to hearing, it's Andrew just drinks a lot.
He just drinks a lot, that's all.
Thank you for perpetuating the
I just didn't want you lying to everyone saying that you were getting a soda. Maybe you were getting
I got a soda.
I got a soda. Coke to mix with Jack. Get
Jack and Coke
called
the Jack? Or Jack and Coke called the Coke?
Jack and Coke. There was room on the lifeboat.
No Pepsi.
Jack. No
Pepsi.
There's
Coke.
Okay. There is the soda. It is not Pepsi.
I like Coke. No Pepsi.
It's bullshit.
No Pepsi.
It's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
God, I got danced so many Diet Cokes that night. King Rex.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
I need a Jack and Coke. Actually, I know what I'm gonna make. I'm gonna make myself my impromptu rum punch. Okay, I'll be right back again.
You see, we haven't even gotten to like the introduction or anything, so this is pretty bad. Should we bullshit about E3? I think my girlfriend gave me a cold. Exile She-Wolf, what's up? I'm gonna give you what's up because you deserve what's up. So, Ghost of Tsushima, I watched like 2 more trailers about it today. And the game looks like really good to the point where I'm not sure if I want to get that or Seiko. I forgot whatever the From Software one is. He's Russian to get a drink. Unster, play a Badum Ching. No, buy the beats. You should be a Badum Ching for me. Do you guys like to talk in the African accent? Do you mean like this? Actually, I think when we do that, I keep thinking of my friend's dad, who's just this like old Greek man. So, Badum Tish. So I try to emulate him a little bit more. I don't know how to do accents other than Australian. Australian is the only accent I know how to do. That's it. And American. I could like I've tried to do anime trucker guy.
Now I have alcohol.
Andrew, someone says that we should talk in our African accents the entire night, but Unster says you should do anime trucker guy.
All right, man. Anime trucker guy here. We're going to talk about My Hero Academia.
Isn't it called Boku no Hero, sir?
It's Boku no Hero.
But all the weebs keep calling it My Hero Academia.
all the weebs on the on the what is it called? What kind of radio do they use? On the shortwave, the CB radio. They all call it My Hero. Those waves.
I hate them. They're ruining
Wave
everything
boost,
for me.
J-Boos, and Hey Bros.
Oh God, Andrew.
I got baby face.
Okay,
Yeah, I do.
before
I got a wicked hair wave going on now too.
before we get into hair waves, baby faces, and anything else,
10-4, Boko no hero. Traveling down 9 to 5. Anybody out there?
this is Sasuke
My
Code.
Sailor,
Sasuke
I
Code
got my
copy.
Sailor Moon dusters on.
Sasuke.
Bing bang bong. That's Raleigh right there.
Thanks, Ken Sunshine.
It's all thanks to Ken Sunshine.
Yeah, I have that right here. See? All thanks to Ken Sunshine and this sweet ass Toy Rage mug.
Nice.
Andrew, why don't you tell everyone? Why don't you tell everyone who you are?
Oh, I'm Andrew DeLucky. Did you already introduce this podcast?
No, I was waiting for you to
Okay.
get back.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Toy Rage podcast. Mike likes to screw up the introduction. I'm Andrew DeLucky, and I already mentioned the co-host.
Michael Giangrasso.
Thank you, Michael.
I was thinking if you mentioned somebody else. That wasn't
See,
me.
what's great about starting the introduction is I can say anything I want about you, and you have to say your name because otherwise you're not properly introducing yourself.
And I'm Andrew DeLucky.
and I am Anime Trucker Guy here on the road.
What's up, Attack Finch?
Talking about some Cowboy Bebops.
My new favorite show is Mega Roblox. Reminds me just like Cowboy Bebop.
Megalobox.
What doesn't work anymore?
Who's-
Cheeboos and Hebrews. And Weeaboos. Weeboos, Cheeboos, and Hebrews.
That's Mike, we have to make that hat.
No.
That's such a good hat.
The explain thing?
Oh. Thank you, Exile She-Wolf, for the share. Well, I don't know. Tonight's going to be a little toss-up as far as topics are concerned. We didn't really plan too much other than filling our diapers after last week's My Hero Academia
Holy
episode.
shit.
I don't know if anybody filled their diapers, but Mike and I definitely filled some diapers.
Yeah. They were mine. You do need to watch. This was like Mike can just act like he wasn't referring to. I am referring to me. When you said explaining, I thought you meant like explaining animes. In which case, Andrew, can you please have Anime Trucker Guy explain Mega Roblox?
Oh, okay. So Megalobox, because Mike doesn't know what the anime is called. Megalobox is about a boxing, future boxing. It's like
real
It's
still?
like over the top. It's like over the top without Sylvester Stallone or the whiny kid. It's all man shit.
Sounds wonderful. What if?
But
what?
what's cool about Megalobox, if anybody out there is an anime like that's their sort of form of entertainment. It is truly a mix between Cowboy Bebop and Rocky. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Attack Finch. Yeah. So it's a mix of that gritty, old school anime like drawing style of Cowboy Bebop with a Rocky story. So I highly suggest it if you're an old school anime fan. You're like, all this new shit's whack. Like, because anime Trucker Guy knows what whack means. I don't know.
Why not?
But whatever.
What is it called?
It's called Megalobox.
Wait, is it Megalobox or Megalobox?
I'll type it out right now.
Low.
Hold on. I have to use my keyboard, right?
Is that it? Megalobox? Did I spell it right?
No.
Shit. I thought maybe I got it right. Also, Attack, just saying what Andrew said. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for watching the YouTube videos. I made them just for you.
I have a song because I was listening to Tina Turner, and I think I got an inspiration.
Is it better than random screaming?
It's close. It's Tina Turner. We already covered this. Tina Turner equals screaming.
All right.
But it's raspy screaming. It was very hot back in the 90s. It was very sexual back in the 90s.
Tell me about it.
Well, Michael, back in the 90s, Tina Turner.
I was there. I was for Halloween one year. My dad dressed up as Tina Turner. He had this.
Knowing what
large-
Mike's dad looks like, that's a really good.
He had a great wig, this really large plastic chest, and a dress.
We're simply Toy Rage, better than all the rest, better than anyone. Something, something, something. We're simply Toy Rage. We talk about video games and rage.
That was perfect.
That's it. That's the Tina Turner. Everybody clap. Everybody clap for Tina Turner.
Can we get a? There we go. I wrote down clap. Here you guys go.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
This is the best thing.
Okay, so adult obviously either read or saw the episode.
Did you not read the title of this broadcast right now?
Is that a rhetorical question? Is that a trick question?
Well,
is it called Tina Turner sing-along songs?
No.
No.
No, it's not. As adult said before, it is United States of
Toy Rage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll
go with that. We'll go with that right now.
We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
Who else I miss? Hi, Rocket. Hi, Ari. And we all know. Hi, adult. Ari,
Hi,
good job working.
Hi, Rocket. Hi, Ari.
Yeah. Ari is working.
You're my
right
favorite
now.
deputy. Oh, cool.
Oh, hi, Dad. Did you wish Rocket? It is now a great time for you to wish Andrew a happy Father's Day since he is your dad.
Yeah.
How come whenever Rocket goes into any stream, everyone says that the stream is pretty much over?
Yes.
It feels
Side
like
note, we go with that. Doesn't mean yeah. Doesn't mean exactly. By the beats, you're yes, you're right.
Now look here. You're right.
You're right. You
So
right.
Andrew, I'm probably gonna guess that talking about My Hero is better than talking about me watching Arrow for the last day.
Oh, did you watch Arrow?
I got a couple more episodes.
I don't even.
In.
I haven't touched Arrow, but it had the new episodes thing on my Netflix queue, so I guess I'm gonna have to watch it. But
it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
I sort of want to watch Voltron before I watch Arrow because at least Voltron's entertaining. I'm kidding.
No,
I know there's probably like a lot of Arrow.
No, there's not. No, there's not.
No.
It's better this season, but
Okay.
there's not.
Don't-
There's,
don't-
there's
don't-
not a lot of fans. No,
Unster, why you? That's hate speech. That's a microaggression.
So I had a
And on a college campus, you'd be kicked off.
I had a party at my house this weekend when I was back in New York, and my sister had made some reference to Jessica Jones, and me and Andrew told her stop it, and we walked out of the room.
there was a Pavlovian anger response
Yeah.
to the word Jessica Jones. It was really
she
weird.
was talking
we don't
about-
even know what they were talking
No,
about.
she-
They just
yeah.
said blah 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 Jessica Jones, and I got angry.
Yeah.
like, really quick.
Then she mentioned no, like when the girl takes the drugs, I go no, it's still Jessica Jones. So no,
So
no,
stupid.
we're
Stop
not talking
it.
about that shit.
You're hurting my brain.
You're hurting my feelings. Why would you do that, Lisa?
You're tearing me apart.
Oh, thanks for the follow, Attack Finch. You're my favorite customer. Aha, Finch.
Oh hi, Mark. Oh hi, Finch.
So, about that, My Hero.
Okay, do you want to just rip the Band-Aid off? Okay, so let's just say right now, I'm not going to be able to contain myself, so spoiler alerts
Yeah.
for this conversation. There's no way I can talk about this without spoiling. That was a hard S, and I'm very sorry. But there's no way I can talk about last episode without spoiling it.
No.
There's no
No.
way. It is just...
If we,
First of all, that was the equivalent of the mic drop
pretty
for
much.
any anime that I've ever seen.
if you wanted to review this, no spoilers, it would be, holy shit, it was awesome. Why haven't you watched it yet?
Put it this way. One of the most... I'm going to compare it to another episode, which everyone fully understands. It is equivalent to when Vegeta went Super Saiyan for the very first time in a fight, and he just lost his shit. This is the equivalent of how crazy this episode. See, adult knows what I'm talking about.
Thanks, Beats.
It's
even then,
it's nuts.
Like it's as intense like as that episode. No problem, Beats. But like what it gives you this episode is insane. Like, okay, everyone knows
It hurts.
Everyone knows Dan, right? Everyone knows Dan by now. Okay.
If you don't know who Dan is,
Welcome to the show. If you don't know who Dan is, thank you for watching us for the very first time.
Dan is probably the biggest troll friend that we have. It's a close competition between him and Chris, but Dan is really it's neck and neck.
Yeah.
Dan loves this show.
He did not want to watch
He won't
it
admit
at
it.
first. So a while ago, Andrew and I were just like, I don't know why the people like watch One Piece. They haven't even found the One Piece, and it's like 800 episodes. And Dan's like, you just got to watch it. And we go, okay.
Later, John. Congratulations on your 1 year.
Congrats, man. I'll send you a birthday wish, whatever that means. I was going to say a cake, maybe. Oh,
potato drop!
now I got everyone needs to click on this potato. John,
Everybody, I'm clicking on the potato.
John, you are awesome and you are phenomenal, and everyone should bow down to his Dota too.
He just dropped the potato. That's our second potato, man.
I feel like the happiest potato ever. Like, this potato is just as good as that episode.
You know what? I'm not saying the last potato wasn't appreciated, but I felt a lot of love with this.
I feel like this potato could go Super Saiyan at any moment.
I think this potato can United States of Smash this episode.
I know. Like, it is one for all Majin potato.
Majin potato.
Majin potato. Perfect. Freaking perfect. John, you're the best. Congratulations on your 1 year, and you're awesome. And Adult Videos loves you.
You're my favorite deputy now.
You are my favorite customer.
Sorry, Rocket. You got replaced.
Oh shit.
I'm kidding. You're all my favorite deputies.
He's lying. It's still just John. It's okay. She's used to it.
That's funny. Where were we at? Oh, episode. Super drop.
Super drop.
It was awesome. It was super drop.
So wait, we didn't finish the story about Dan.
Go
quick story. Yeah. Me and Andrew said we'll watch like 50 episodes of One Piece if you watch like 5 episodes or 10 episodes of My Hero Academia. And Andrew and I watched the 50 episodes. I stopped watching. Andrew barely watches now. Dan didn't get into My Hero Academia. He said it was bad. He didn't like it. It was whatever else. Finally, like less than a week ago, started watching it. Fully caught up to everything. Is almost completely up to date with the manga. And on Saturday, he asked both me and Andrew in the morning, did you watch this week's episode? We both said no. When we got back to my house for the birthday party, he's like, why aren't we watching this episode right now? You need to watch this episode. Like, so freaking hyped about this. That is how great this episode is. Someone who didn't even like this show watched it all completely and nearly pooped in everyone's diaper. His poop was that big. So
everybody pooped. Everybody figuratively pooped in their diaper with that episode.
That is the preface. So Andrew, please.
Okay. So everybody, this is now where we are spoiling it. So if you want to let's say we'll be back to normal conversation in, let's say 10, 15,
no,
10 minutes.
You won't. Stop lying to yourself.
20?
I'll change the
minutes.
title when we go back. Maybe 20,
okay,
25 minutes.
That's the... So right now, if you haven't watched it and you don't want spoilers, sorry, it's happening. Put us on mute.
9:15 is a good time. Maybe.
We learned so much in this episode about just motivations, where things are going, and why certain players are in play now.
Who people are, what people were, and what people are going to be. This was just
It is the mic drop episode. I don't mean that in any shape. I don't mean that in any other shape or form. This literally was a turning point episode.
Yeah.
This changes everything about what you know about the show, what you know about the characters, and who's going to step up in the future.
And to quickly address adult videos, this is the episode where it's one of the two reasons Andrew and I started the manga, where Andrew was already ahead of us. I've just been so busy today. Aside from the other reason is Dan is already like almost completely caught up, and we can't have that. That's just ridiculous. But
I can't have him spoiling it in our text messages.
No.
It would destroy me.
And like this episode was so good that it's like, okay, now I need to know more. I can't wait. I can't wait anymore.
I can't wait. Here's the thing. Even though I'm reading the manga, I've already like said a couple of things in our private text message, like our text feed between Mike, myself, and Dan, that like even I read this manga, I said I really can't wait to actually see this animated.
113:18.
So this is not detracting from the anime at all. If anything, it's getting me more excited for when it's released because I want to see this fully acted out. So the one thing we learned about All Might is that him and his rival, All for One, basically have ended their, I'm going to say their era. Their era is done. This episode passes the torch onto everybody that we've been watching so far. Now you would think like, oh, up till now, like, oh, that's already happened. No, we truly see the finale of their era. Their era is done. The era of All Might and the era of All for One is done. And that is a huge, huge turning point because you would expect to see something like that later in this type of like mainstream anime. It would build up to that point, but no, they're dropping it. If you think about it in the grand scheme of these long running animes like Naruto or Bleach or name any more that are sort of like that. This is relatively young to drop that sort of bomb on you. It's a huge bomb. And we also learn about, I'm going to butcher this name, so I'm going to call him Decay Hand on his face.
Just Decay Boy.
Decay Boy.
Or Facepalm Boy. Either one is acceptable.
Facepalm Boy is fine.
There you go. Shigaraki.
Thank you. Shigaraki.
Is that how was that?
We learn why he's significant. Now, before he was significant, but now we got this huge piece of information about him that just really changes the conflict.
And before that, tell me if you agree with me on this is my feelings of Shigaraki, that he was important. He was obviously extremely dangerous, extremely powerful, but I really felt like he was just a pawn dressed up as a king in this entire operation.
Yes.
There were some times where I feel like, especially when the first scene where you see like the big boss and everyone talking.
Up till now, I would agree.
Yes. Like up until like
now.
I just want to preface that by saying, before this episode, that's what I thought. That he was important, but he didn't have trust. He was just being used, and that like all he was doing was just being used for Nomu and the news and everything else. So
after this episode, that I agree with Mike. That was the viewpoint of Shigaraki. Now you realize that No, this is a grooming.
Mm-hmm.
He's been groomed to take over and really just change this My Hero, like this idea of their society completely.
Like,
So the big reveal here was All Might's what do you want to call it?
the previous One for All.
The previous One for All.
His mentor, his master. The previous,
His master, Shigaraki, is her grandson.
Yeah.
That's huge because not only from the standpoint of like All Might is now irrelevant, not irrelevant, but irrelevant. But yeah, that's the word. Irrelevant. He's not irrelevant.
And you're right. He was never the main.
You see that his position on the conflict is now permanently compromised. There is no way he will ever be able to make a sound judgment about Shigaraki. I'm gonna just butcher his name every single time.
You can call him just a K-boy or Facepalm Boy.
But now you also, oh my God. So I was thinking about this, Mike. I was really thinking about this, about like why this is such a huge turning point for even him. Because the fact that All Might defeats All for One means he is now motivated even more than before to be a villain. Before it was like, oh, I was neglected by my family and I turned to villainy. Now it's not only that, but All for Might also took away my mentor. Basically, from his perspective, everything was taken away from him from All Might in Hero Society.
One sec.
It's nuts.
Okay. There was a puppy relocation.
Puppy relocation program.
Sorry.
It's okay. I think I finished my point there. But that's why this was an afterthought, but that's why this episode is also very significant as far as how this anime changes, because you realize that not only is All Might gone, not only is All for One gone, but you replaced it with someone that's equally as dangerous as All for One was, if not more.
It's insane.
Crazy. Just crazy stuff happened.
And everyone now knows about Small Might. Everyone knows. Small Might.
Everybody knows about Small Might. I like that. I like that nickname.
That's his the internet name. There's All Might and then Small Might.
And Small Might.
He's not that big. He's just small. A mighty small.
And we also saw the most epic punch ever. he named the punch after his entire country.
The whole United States. The United States of Smash.
Of Smash.
Like,
he made a dent in his face.
He always chose the worst cities.
What was it? Delaware, Detroit
Smash.
Oklahoma Smash.
I mean, not.
That just sounds like that's
like wow.
I was gonna say something very bad, but it's fine. I'm gonna hold that one in because I don't want to lose.
That's probably the part that Dan was the most excited about. Like regardless of all the story things that happened, regardless of what happened to All Might, all for one.
Oklahoma Smash is something that Alabama man would call his pipe.
But Dan was so excited the entire day. He goes, "It is the best, Mike. It is the best Smash, Andrew. This Smash is the best Smash in all of Smash history." Like
he smashes Smash.
Like the announcement of a new Smash Brothers with every single character is not nearly as big of a smash as this Smash. This Smash was better.
This Smash.
It's true.
This Smash had wind It had light. It had
had
craters.
It
had
changed
everything.
the world. At least I felt like it did.
You'll never. It will be a very long time until we see a Smash as big as this Smash.
Here's what I'm confused about, and I
Okay, let's talk
right.
about confusion.
So
I'm gonna lean back for this.
And I know the answer is going to be wait till next week or just read the manga. But
Okay,
if he did such an amazing job on
who
if
are we
All
talking
Might
about?
did such an amazing job on One for All, All for One, sorry. Then I don't know. It just seems like him being arrested and being walked into a truck like that was All for One, right? I mean One for All before, right?
Yeah,
So
All Might's One
Yeah.
for All.
So he's getting walked into a truck. Like, I'm sorry, but it just doesn't seem like handcuffs are going to do that. Or after getting hit, he's going to be able to just walk right into a truck. It just seems.
Look. There's going to
Was
be.
he? I didn't get to rewatch it, so.
Yeah. If you see him walking in, it's the equivalent of just a giant iron bell. Like
Yeah.
he's screwed. Put it this way, he's screwed. You can definitely see the foreshadowing here. Because you know at some point there's going to be some arc or some story where Shigaraki comes and frees All for One. But we also know that All for One is not at the top of his game, just like All Might wasn't at the top of his
They're
game.
both old, and he doesn't even have a nose. You know,
He doesn't have a face.
He has a
He has
weird
no
mouth.
face. He's not.
That's all.
He is. If what would happen if Face Off just stopped during the surgery scene?
Like they got halfway through, and then everyone wanted to go get a bite to eat.
They just said, okay,
All right,
we're
we
done.
got half the face off, so I guess that's fine.
Half the procedure's done.
So
Half
that's
Face
one.
Off. Face Off, not
Face-
on.
Face half off, half on. The other thing is, how did Gran Torino get so small?
Yeah. Can we just talk about major
Yeah,
shrinkage?
huge.
And I'm not talking about penises.
It's like he was dipped into
He-
an iceberg for 100 years.
He's like a human shrinkadink. Remember the shrinkadinks when you take him into the bathtub? It's like reverse. It was like reverse. You like put things in the bathtub and it blew up from like small to big. He was a reverse shrinkadink.
It was ridiculous.
He went from like 6 feet tall to like
At
4'3".
least that explains why I always thought his outfit was so big and his cape was so long. Like why? Why does he have these clothes that look just too big for him? Someone's
got to take his blood and figure that out. Someone needs to do some medical
like a recovery
studies,
girl on this shit.
because that doesn't make sense.
Get him a stretch. The boy needs the stretch. So I mean, okay, old people shrink, but that's like
No, okay.
you know what he reminds me of? Remember King of the.
That's like if Shaq turned into Peter Dinklage.
Remember King of the Hill, where Bobby's grandpa like got half of his legs removed and he had to like walk like a funny pirate from the war, like
Yes.
that. Like, that's kind of what it
Yes.
reminds me of.
When his ankles
Yeah.
went to his knees. Yes.
You know, something like that. So that's kind of what that is. And the one thing that always like was weird about the show, I guess it's just like, I guess you got to accept it, is with All Might's successor, you would think like with the bond that they had, he might have kept better tabs on the family. Like this is your.
Okay, I'm not going to lie to you. That is addressed later on. It is addressed. I'm not going to say it's the best excuse, but
Is it better than
they
I can grow wood out of my legs because I don't have a pinky toe?
yes. Yeah,
That was the worst excuse for everything.
Here it is. They will give an excuse.
Is it an excuse or is it a reason?
But it's sort of like when someone gives you a shitty excuse in real life. It's like, well, that's you should have known
You
that.
can't prove that aliens
But it's not.
weren't there.
It's
Okay.
But they do explain it. So this is the problem with reading the manga, because now I know things, and it just. But what's crazy is that as I read the manga, I appreciate that episode more, because it's. This is going to get me in trouble. This is the 9/11 of My Hero.
Yep.
This changes everything about the show.
Probably like Watergate would be a slightly better.
Okay, Watergate. We'll go with Watergate.
Yeah. Or
All I'm saying I'm not saying. Okay. Let me clarify here, because we need clarification. This is not like the most devastating event in history. But what I mean by my comment is that nothing is the same after this episode. Nothing is the same. Not how you view the heroes, not how you view the society, not how you view All Might, not how you view Shigaraki, not even how you view Midori. Everything changes. The entire spectrum of the show changes. It's a huge paradigm shift. Mm-hmm. That's what I mean by it. I'm not talking about travesty.
It's just a major
I'm not
event.
talking about. It's just a really, really major event.
Like Dan watching My Hero Academia.
I'm sorry if people got offended by it, but that's not what I meant by
like,
it. I was just trying to emphasize. The degree of how the show changed, because it did. It literally took. Well, it's not even a 180. It got you dizzy. It's like a 1080. It took a 960. Let's say a 960. 360 plus a 180 is what? Is a
540.
520. Math time on Toy Rage. What's a 360 times plus plus a 180 plus a 180 is 540. 540. It took a 540.
I said that before.
No, you didn't. You lied.
It's like the Payday 2 of episodes.
That got the ... Goodbye.
Unfollowed. See you later.
That was the comment that pushed pushed everybody over the edge. It's when Mike referred.
It's like the Rocket Bunny of episodes.
Oh.
It's like when Repenting said a naughty word of episodes.
It's like when Repenting went on that huge just cursing binge.
Where he said like poop once. Or something like that. I don't know.
All right, it's almost 9:15. So let's close. Mike, do you have anything to add about this episode that hasn't been said?
First, Tori, you have to show me where the manga is. Somewhere in this house. I don't know. Secondly, just going through mentally everything in this episode, it is so literally right next to. I'll look for it later. It is so much to like process, but amazing enough, they give you so much information, but when you think about it, it isn't too much information to process. Like they're still able to have an episode. They're still able to get everything over to the audience coherently. They're able to still have that much action and everything else. And it is insane how well this show has made this episode. Like
This is still by far the best paced anime I have ever watched.
You will never get hardly. If there is, then let me know. But I can't think of any anime that gives you this much huge information. And it's not just like one thing. It's not like, oh, it's your successor's grandson. You know, it's like, that's huge. But so much stuff happens, you would expect this to be like a two-parter. Honestly, that episode in any other show would be dramatic. Drawn out fight over 4 episodes.
Yes, we were. You know what's funny? Dan said the same thing. Dan said if this was any other anime, This is 4
And
episodes
if this was
long.
One Piece, they would go into a backstory of
A season.
Yeah,
This was a season. This is
it would
a
be like
season.
original Dragon Ball Z. You know, where you don't need 5 episodes of dialogue when no one fights. Like, it's ridiculous. Exactly. Just think where the season started and where we are now. That's the other thing. This is like
Tori,
what? Like,
think about where the show started and where we are now. We are only how many seasons in? 3, right? This is 3 or 4.
Season 3.
This is season 3. What just happened? we are in season 3 of not even 25 episodes per season. Where are we?
See, when it comes to the show,
This is
and just
nuts.
the structure of the show,
and
there's a lot of stuff going on, but never once do I feel that it's being rushed. Events are just happening quickly, but you feel like that's okay because of how the League of Villains and just how villains are going through certain things. You know, they're not waiting for this like big timey thing. They want to put a lot of pressure on everyone at the school. If anything, there are sometimes, you know, what Dan said, oh, it starts off a little slow. And I agree. The show did start off a little on the slower side, but it is ridiculous.
I don't 100%.
There are some times where it's just like a little slow. I don't nearly agree as much as Dan. Like, I thought the first episode was like pretty good, but compared to like everything else was just like, you do need that, but there's never a time where I feel like it's deathly slow. There's never a time where I feel like you guys are going too fast and what the hell was this episode at all. It is so perfectly paced where it is just an extremely satisfying anime to watch, and that's why it's better than One Piece.
What I loved about this episode, this is the last thing, because I want to address what Tori's writing right now, because there's never been such an emphasis on passing of responsibility to Midori than that episode. At the end of that episode, when All Might points into the camera and says, next time, it's your turn. That is
Powerful.
That was so powerful. That just hit so many buttons. Because what's brilliant about it is because everybody's interpreting it one way, like, oh, he's saying like, oh, next time, villains, it's your turn. But like to Midori, like that was like a message to Midori, and you knew, and All Might knew Midori was watching, and he got a completely different message from it. Because he knew it's like, oh shit, All Might's no longer there. He's done. He just said to me, I can't do. He just did. What's that guy's name?
Yeah.
Donald Glover. No, not Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Danny Glover, right? From Lethal Weapon. He just basically gave the equivalent to, I'm too old for this, Briggs. I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah. And you literally saw the end of All Might's power. Like, gone.
It's gone.
So here's my question, because I don't know this.
Okay.
When Midoriya was first given his power, All Might's like,
Yeah.
you can get up to like 5% of the power. When he transferred the power over, was that all of All Might's power, or just like a little bit?
Here's from my understanding about how it works. He gets all the power when he consumed that piece of hair, which is by far the most disgusting way.
There's not. That is so not the most disgusting way. You lack imagination.
Not the most. It is one of the most disgusting ways. Okay, let's just leave it at that. He gives all the power, but I have a feeling that just like any other quirk in this world, it needs to grow as the person grows. So he's saying that right now, you can when he got the quirk, he said you can only access 5% right now. Just like for a lot of other people, they don't access all of their power at the very beginning.
No. So he has to work towards it. So it's like right now he was saying like, oh, you can only access like 5% of the power. Because I was confused at first. Yes. I thought, oh, like this boy's got to eat like 20 more hairs to get All Might's power.
No more hair dolls. He is getting to the point where he is going. He has to grow. He has to grow. There's no choice anymore. There's no backup.
He has to stop being stupid.
There's no relying on.
And he even
anybody.
All Might even addresses that, saying that he has to discipline him. He can't just let Midoriya do all this stuff like on his own. All Might now has a more of a responsibility, and he realizes that as teacher to a point. Like All Might has been failing him this entire time in different ways.
I can't reveal anything more because
this is why you don't read the manga. One more thing.
This is why you don't read the manga.
You do not read any more manga, Jackie Chan.
Uncle. No more manga, Jackie Chan. One more
and
thing,
take Jade
Uncle.
with you.
Take Jade with you.
No. First of all, you need to watch Jackie Chan Adventures.
That is from
Uncle is phenomenal.
You need to go back. And read Jackie Chan Adventures. Uncle is so good. He's so good. He's so good.
Now, if
his catch line of one more thing is so fun. One more thing. Bring Jade with you.
I texted Dan saying we're talking about My Hero now, and immediately he shows up.
And he got a
he showed up. No, he's here. He's here watching right now.
He still probably got it.
Well, did you see the he sent a picture from manga episode 128. So I mean probably.
No, he can't. Dan, no skipping ahead, okay?
It's not a spoiling panel though. I will admit.
Okay.
But it does worry me that Minata is going to be Dan's favorite character, which I can't let that happen.
I'm going to give you.
It's not a spoiler.
I'm going to give you the full spoiler. It is Dan's favorite character. He recognizes true heroism.
Okay,
just like I
do. Recognize true heroism. Minata. He doesn't recognize shit. I'm going to assume that Dan is sending that panel because Dan thinks that what Minata says is funny, but Denki is his favorite hero. That is my guess. Dan loves Denki.
Minata's best. Okay, we're at 9:21. Let's
now that Dan is here, and I told him we're going to talk about My Hero, let's stop talking and ask Andrew.
Let's stop talking about My Hero. And
Sorry,
let Dan. Just
we were talking about it
rage. Rage on.
Did you watch Incredibles 2?
I have not.
It's bullshit.
There's a couple movies that I want to go see. Incredibles 2 is one of them, and there's another movie that I want to go see. I think it was.
Did anyone else see Incredibles 2? Incredibles 2 was a really good movie. It's not a spoiler, but if people, I heard about this online, and then when I went to go see it, they have this like 5-minute feature before the movie, and it's not like the short movie. It's the cast saying, a lot of stuff. I want to see Hotel Artemis. I don't know what that is. But a lot of things go into making a movie, a story, redoing story, characters, animations, and everything. We know it's been 14 years. Thank you so much for waiting. And the only thing I'm thinking of is, no, this is so far from the reasons that this movie has not been made for 14 years. There was just like so much bullshit and legal fighting going on with this movie, as well as Brad Bird wanting to do Mission Impossible, putting this on the line. Yeah.
Really?
Which he did. He did Mission Impossible Ghost something, I think. But Mission Impossible is just awesome. So who knows? But
I'm actually really
Mission
excited to see
Impossible,
that.
I love Dan. Me and Dan are ready for Mission Impossible.
There's something about those movies that I really, really like. I think it's because you get to see an old man get beat up. As he gets older, he gets more and more beat up.
You mean he does more beating up?
I'm talking about Tom Cruise. I mean, we've already addressed that Tom Cruise has yet to age past.
It's
45.
weird. It's like he's gotten older, but he hasn't at the same time.
He has
crazy.
not aged. It's really insane. He's stuck at 45.
It was Ghost Protocol.
He's stuck.
Brad Bird did Ghost Protocol. Yeah.
Brad. Okay.
But no, I hope Tom Cruise never dies. It's Scientology, man. All the Thetans that he has going on for him right now, I wish that I could be that high level of a space wizard one day and like never age past 45.
Dude, he doesn't age. I don't get it. Like, it's great. Don't get me wrong. That means we'll keep on seeing him getting the shit kicked out of him in stunts. But at a certain point, you just got to wonder what's flowing through those veins.
Adrenaline and power is what's flowing through those veins. Just power.
Just power.
Pure power.
It's just
Vampire
power.
blood. His mitochondrion took over.
Tiger blood.
I replace my blood with tiger blood.
He gets tiger blood infusions every
It's
week
true.
because he can afford it. He just gets endangered animal infusion.
What is the most endangered animal right now?
Oh my god!
Give me its blood. And it will live through me.
All right, I'm looking through some of the. This is the made up movie segment, but coming soon. All right, ready? Yay or nay?
Okay.
You're gonna say yay or nay for the things that are coming out. I'll say opening this week, Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, there you go. Tori wants to see it, so therefore you're seeing it.
Is that wait? Are you like it is coming out? Is that coming out?
Coming soon, Sicario: Day of the Soldado. That's the new Benicio del Toro movie. All right. Yes or yay or
I
nay?
thought we were playing a game. Like you're gonna name movies, and I'm gonna say yay or nay if they're actually real or not.
No. Are you gonna? Do you want to see them or not?
I do love Benicio del Toro, but
Sicario, no. Uncle Drew.
No.
It's a sport. It's sports comedy, right up your alley.
That's not Uncle Buck. It's not Uncle Buck.
It's like NBA Jam the
You're
movie.
really losing me hard right now.
The First Purge. So I guess it's another Purge
Except it's
movie.
the first one. It's the prequel. Is this all this weekend?
So is that a yay or nay? No, this is all coming soon. The opening this week is Jurassic World. Jurassic World is
if
opening
I want to
this
see these movies when they come out.
Yes. Yeah, this is an impromptu segment of this show called we don't have anything planned, so I'm just going to ask you questions until
I got a
we
picture
can think of something next.
T-Mac with me.
Mike, concentrate, okay? Uncle
No,
Drew,
'cause it's not
yay
Uncle
or
Buck.
nay? First Purge.
I'm not.
The
I didn't
prequel
watch any of the
to
other
The
ones,
Purge.
so no.
Okay. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
It's kind
Is
of
that
like
a yay
I
or
have
nay?
to. Yeah. There you go. Nothing else
It's a
said
have
yay,
to?
so it's us.
All right.
There you go. Dan,
We should go see it, Dan. Coming to the city, we'll go see Uncle Drew, and I'll give a synopsis about Uncle, a.k.a. NBA Jam the movie.
Okay.
Because that's what it is.
This is so bad.
Hotel Transylvania 3. Were you ever fans of the
Yes,
Hotel
they're both very
Transylvania
good.
movies?
I love Adam Sandler. Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
3, Summer Vacation.
But not without my nephews.
Okay. Skyscraper.
I know what it is. It's the one with the Rock. It looks
It's
so
The
bad.
Rock
It
where he
looks-
has the synthetic leg, and it's
No, it looks too bad. Dan,
okay. We're gonna stop there because the other
Which
movies
is
I
what?
already
Come
know
on,
the
let's just
answers to. Mamma Mia,
yes
Here We
for
Go
Tori,
Again.
no for me.
I knew it.
She's so excited for the Mamma Mia sequel. So excited. You can't know. She
Based on
loves Mamma Mia.
nothing.
Like probably like 2 weeks before.
Are they going back to Greece? Tori, are they going back to Greece?
I've never actually seen.
I know
Mamma
Mike
Mia,
would.
So.
He's a
And by
huge
ABBA
ABBA
fan, I mean
fan.
just I love Dancing Queen. That's it. It's part of my favorites. No.
Dancing Queen. Mhm. Tori, answer me this though. Mamma Mia, are they going back?
No, aren't they
Greece?
going to Italy or something?
You shut your fucking mouth.
I thought they're traveling.
Don't you blaspheme.
Because I was
They're going back
confused
to
because
Greece. That's where this
because
all
I was watching the
began.
preview with her, and I'm thinking to myself, I thought this movie took place somewhere else. I didn't know it was a sequel.
No, and no. This is all in Greece. Only Greece would allow this much ABBA music to be played back to back to back.
Where does New Mamma Mia take place?
It is the only country that legally allows you to play so many ABBA songs back to back to back and sing along to them.
Let's see. What's the next one? Just keep it coming.
Wow. So, Unfriended Dark Web. I'm guessing that's a sequel to
yes.
Unfriended. I kind of want to see that because Unfriended was the most retarded movie I've ever seen in my life. So I would love to see them make a sequel of that one.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I knew it. That's it. That's the end of the list. There's nothing else. There's nothing else that's really worth
Nothing?
Yeah. Yeah, that's all.
wow.
That's all on Fandango. That's all.
Should we play Resident Evil 7?
I don't have any diapers.
Man, that's sad.
And I don't want I really don't want NYC cops banging on my door
Here's a great question.
Because
I know they're hurt.
Here's
a good question. Mostly to the audience. Now, they're initially.
All right.
Initially,
I don't know why you asked
you're
me
part of this. Initially, everyone's going to say no. Should Andrew buy an original print of a Flash painting for $900?
Oh yeah.
And part 2 is why haven't you done it yet?
Let me give some context to this because Mike and I went to Eternal Con last weekend, which is on Long Island. We hung out with his nephew Calvin, and we had a blast. And at Eternal Con, this guy had I don't know, I'm not very familiar, but it was a original acrylic painting of the Flash with this really cool like splatter like design behind him that emphasized how fast he was moving. It's sort of like it was like his interpretation of the streak that he leaves.
Well, if
behind.
you looked at some of his other prints, like they're very similar to that. The Flash definitely made the most sense. There were other ones where they were cool, but the Flash one was by far, just out of the regular prints that he's done, it looked amazing, and the actual acrylic painting was phenomenal.
He's selling his original piece, the original piece. So not a print, not a poster. It's the original artwork for $900. And it's tough because I don't have a picture of the print. But the print's nice. But actually seeing the actual artwork was a gorgeous painting.
Maybe 4.5 feet long, I would say.
Yeah, 4.5 by maybe 1.5 tall. So it's like one of those wide paintings.
And as you can tell by Andrew's wall behind him, he has room for it.
I have some room for art. Now here's the thing. I think I've said this before. I'm not very big on decorating with like action figures or posters or things of that nature. It's just not.
Like this nerdy shit.
I appreciate art, but I want the art. That's how I like. That's how I would want to decorate. I would want the original piece. I would really want to see the original piece on my wall, not a print. I want the original.
And it's a very good original. Yeah.
And it's a really good original. This is not like a you can tell he's like a really talented painter. This is painted, not drawn. This is a painted
It's more than the Photoshops.
piece. I wish I hope I
Better
didn't
not,
lose
because
this
someone's
card.
going to buy that painting and it ain't going to be you. But Andrew, when we went to EternalCon, it was fun. Yeah, you do.
Shit, I gotta find it.
You need to
I don't
find
know where
that.
it is.
That is a good thing. Or you could probably also just go to the EternalCon website and look at Artist Alley. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
find. I remember his name.
EternalCon was good. A lot of good things going on in Artist Alley. Kevin Nash was there. Scary
he
as
was.
hell. Scary.
Thinner than I
Really
thought.
scary looking. He's sitting
He's
down,
tall.
and it's so weird looking at him sit down. It's really weird. He was next to. I keep pronouncing his name wrong. Is it Timac? T-Mac? Timac? Next to
Timac.
Timac. Who I got a picture with, because like how could you not? How could you not? William Shatner was there. I didn't see him. Dude from Walking Dead, the redhead guy who got his head smashed in. He was there. No one cared he was dead. Dan cared. People were like, "Oh no, Glenn's dead." It's like, okay, who gives a shit? The cool dude is dead. So, but no, everyone cared about Glenn. It was bullshit. Christian was there from WWE. Didn't even look like Christian, if you ask me.
He honestly,
No,
he did not look well.
no.
I hate to say it, but he did not look
but
well.
The displays that EternalCon had, it's just a little convention on Long Island. I mean, I really, really can't say much about it at all because it's just vendors, actors, and it's small and it's fun to go to if you have like friends and everything. Just to look at. Weekend pass, probably not, but a couple days, sure. But Andrew's going to go to CradleCon this weekend. And what is CradleCon?
Weekend. And I'm going. CradleCon is, so EternalCon and EternalCon used to be held at what was called the Cradle of Aviation online, and for whatever reason they decided to move EternalCon to Nassau Coliseum, and the Cradle of Aviation's like, WTF? You've held this here for so many years. Why are you moving it? And they said, you know what? We're just going to create our own con, and they're creating CradleCon. So it's the weekend after EternalCon
No.
because they don't want to compete with each other. But what's really cool is I'm going to go see. I don't know if anybody else here is a fan. I'm a huge fan, but I'm going to go see Harmontown, the podcast / show at CradleCon live. I've seen him 2 times, so this is going to be my third time. This is going to be my third Harmontown show. I'm a big fan. I listen to him pretty much every week. If you don't know who Dan Harmon is, Dan Harmon is the creator of Community, Rick and Morty, a lot of
Harmon
other
Quest.
shows he's done. A lot of writing. Harmon Quest, if you're a Verve fan, I honestly think he's like one of the most entertaining people to listen to, and I think he's also probably one of the most creative writers that we have right now. Like if you ever watch Community, you know that even for a comedy, it was very unique as far as how it was written and how it was how the flow of the story goes. He has a very interesting way of telling a story, and he has a podcast every week. We're broadcasting his podcast on our.
Well, that's
promoting
because
his
we
podcast
know
on our
he's
podcast
going
in
to
hopes.
promote us.
Yeah, if I can get on stage,
Yeah.
we'll definitely try it out.
At Liberty City, we would
probably
do that.
not. Yeah, but I'm going to go see his show on Saturday. I'm really excited because, like I said, this is the third time I've seen his show. They're so funny. He's a drunken mess, just like I am. It's great.
Great.
It's great. It's a great time. So I'm very excited for this weekend to see. I'm gonna say, yeah, I look up to him. I think he's a really interesting entertainer as far as the idea of what an entertainer is, because he's not an actor. He's not like a performer per se. He's a writer, but his ability to communicate and his ability to just process ideas is so unique, and he's funny. So I don't know. I'm really excited. It's a highlight of my weekend.
You sound
this
like
weekend.
a very excited fan, and not a crying weeb.
Yeah,
You
I am
don't
an
sound like
excited
a crying
fan.
weeb. That's good.
No, no. There's true admiration for what he did. Because if I know that there's probably people that watch our show that have watched Rick and Morty before, and everybody loves that show, and there's a reason why, because those stories are coming out of that guy's head, and they're so fucking funny.
Remember,
They're
Andrew,
so
when you
funny.
see him, pitch an idea about a druid.
I will. I'm gonna pitch him the bottle rump idea, because I think he would be the most receptive to the idea.
I think
of
so
bottle
too,
rump.
because of, well, obviously Harmon Quest is really it. Of bottle rump, you know what? We're gonna need to do a very special broadcast one day that might not be a Tuesday, that will be dedicated to the story of bottle rump.
I would really have to. I have to put all my notes together of bottle rump, because bottle rump is a running theme in every single D&D campaign that I've run with Mike, and more specifically our friend Lloyd. Lloyd is basically our DM for the past 5 years. But I have created unintentionally at first a huge family tree of bottle rumps that now has become such a large scale family tree that the story almost has to
and
be
here's the
told.
crazy thing, like sometimes every now and then you'll get a name that you name your characters after. For example, I name some of my characters Calthun, sometimes Monica, whatever else. Andrew names characters in games bottle rump. So Monster Hunter, there's a bottle rump. And this past weekend during Pokemon Go Community Day, we made Andrew make a Pokemon Go account, and he named his character Bottle Rump. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is the versatility of the lore of Bottle Rump. It is very legitimate that one of the Bottle Rump descendants is a Pokemon master.
Is a Pokemon master. there's no barriers for him to not be a Pokemon master. There could very well be a bottle rump sibling,
and the other one
that's
is a Monster
Pokemon
Hunter.
master.
You know, it's all possible. Anything is possible in the world of Bottle Rump.
It's all anything, and that's what's brilliant. And I'm not calling myself brilliant. I'm just saying that's what's brilliant about this concept of bottle rump, because what's interesting. Bottle rump would not even be Team Rocket, because the one theme about bottle rumps is that bottle rumps don't listen to anybody. They don't listen to anybody. You say up, they say meh.
They say bread.
You say down, they say meh. They say we should be facing this guy. He says I think I'm gonna I think I have a
Wait a
lecture in,
minute.
in
Hold
here
on.
somewhere.
I have this great book. I didn't read it, but the cover looks wonderful. Done. That's it.
There's so many stories about bottle rooms that just don't make sense. Yet, this is why it's remarkable, because in our D&D campaigns, we let fate reside in the die, and with every bottle room character, somehow the die never fail in a most awkward and non-logical social social setting. It makes no sense. For instance, I had a bottle rump bash someone in the side of the head with his he had like a quarterstaff, but then convinced the guy that he just hit in the side of his face that he deserved getting hit in the side of his face. And that's how it rolled. I am not kidding. He rolled, and it's the guy said, "You know what? You're right."
and that's bottle rumps.
And that's bottle rump. That's the story. That's the story about. That's just a taste of what bottle rump can accomplish. So, my pitch for a show is to focus on one bottle rump, but allow other siblings of bottle rumps to enter in like special guests, and that could be really, really entertaining.
Like
for
a bottle rump variety
multiple
show?
reasons. But yeah,
Do a live stream D.
we should do a live stream D&D. Oh man, we've passed around the idea. The only issue is that our DM, I don't know if he wants to do that. And one and two, as we all know, one of the biggest, I'm going to say, halting factor to a D&D campaign is scheduling. Scheduling is by far the hardest thing to get everybody on the same page every week at the same
It's the
place
worst.
at the same time. It's the worst. But we'll definitely revisit that idea. I don't think it's out of the. I found him. I found the guy. I'm talking about the artist now. I don't think it's out of the realm of a possibility, but it will really have to. We'll really have to get everybody on the same page.
Figuring out what the group is, figuring out who to get.
And it has to be consistent. It really has to be consistent.
Or you just, I would say, honestly, start off with a one-off type of thing. Do like a 3-hour stream that you're supposed to get done, like one of those little mini adventures. And that's it. You know. And it could be something stupid, like making your character and then seeing who could buy the most groceries at the grocery store. And go.
Okay. So I'm gonna please, everybody, please don't like contact this guy and like start trolling him. All right. I'm going to post the photo of the guy's painting in our chat right now. You guys can take a look, and you can give me. I seriously want some advice on this. I want like an uptick or a downtick to if you think I should buy this painting.
Discord?
Because I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna actually put it into caffeine.
You can't put a picture here.
Why not? No. The website. The website. It's gonna actually
like a
take you to
link?
the painting.
You can't click links in
Yes.
caffeine.
Yes.
What's up?
But they can copy
Yeah,
and
no.
paste, can't they? Okay. I'll put it in Discord. I'll put it in Discord too. All right, here we go. Here's the link in Toy Rage chat. And if you want to see what I'm talking about as far as the photo I'm trying to
You do that, or you can send it to me. Send a link to me, and then I'll get the picture, and then I'll replace your face with the picture. What's up, Probable Prime?
Oh, that's a good idea. Here we go. I'm just gonna send it to you right now. Ready? Okay, there you go. This is literally the painting that I would like to He also has a Wonder Woman, which is pretty cool.
See, as a what? Can't do that. That's weird. Beep, boop, beep, boop.
We're getting there. I'm sorry. I knew this was a mistake to begin with, but I'm still doing it anyway. He has some really cool concept drawings too.
He really does. You know.
He has these like really interesting portrait type photos where, well, paintings or pencils that, like, it's like duality of what they're trying. There it is. There it is. So that's the painting.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. I can't express how cool it is in real life.
Since it's using acrylics, the way it dries, since it's a little bit elevated, with the texture, it's very shiny too. So, yeah.
20 by 60.
It's
20 by 60
big.
Is how big it is.
So it's very long, and it's when Andrew told me originally that he was going to go and get this painting, it was a little weird because, like, okay, I don't know why you'd spend $900 on a print, but the size of it was just amazing, and just I really think it's a good idea to do it.
It's first of all, it's not a print.
Yeah.
This is for,
imagine this as acrylic on canvas.
This is the actual this is it's the acrylic on canvas.
He's selling it for $900, mister.
Oh,
what?
Don't say that.
Where did he sell it?
No, it's not that. I don't want to give that information out. I don't want him to get bombarded with requests because I want it.
I'm pretty sure he won't be able to ship it out anyway. This is going to be somewhere you're going to have to go to his place and do it.
Yeah. Again, 900 is not awful for the original artwork. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's his Wonder Woman. There's some other really cool.
That is.
That's Ben Zobrist. So that's Usain Bolt. Click on the Link one. He has one of Link.
That's a cool one too.
Just Han and Chewie.
Stormtrooper.
Right? That's what me and Mike said. Like, these are all really cool to look. The Link one's cool because I like how there's a lot of different color textures that are flowing out of the Link. But as far as like how it flows, the Flash works really, really well. Now, if you go down, Mike, scroll down a little bit because I do want to show him some of the pencil. So these are really cool ideas that he also has. Click on the Captain America one. The Captain America one was really cool. So this is the other things that he does. He does these full like facial photo, like facial, and then he'll do the duality or the opposite of the main. So the Red Skull versus the Iron Man, the Tony versus this is the Captain America versus the Red Skull. That's a really cool one. I honestly think that was one of his coolest ones.
This one was so good.
It's just, it's so good. He does these very interesting abstract art things, and one thing that Mike will agree with me on is that I really do like when something is very abstract in this manner. Like, I have a couple of Overwatch photos that I have that I need to put up, that it's not just Overwatch characters. The guy that painted these these paintings were just really creative and original. That's what gets me when I see Artist Alley. I want to see something very, very different, very original, very like, I don't know. It hits you a different way than most pictures, than just a straight up, Avengers poster, or a straight up, You know, I
didn't
think
see
he
one.
did have a
Maybe
Spawn
there,
one at
but it wasn't
the
on the
show.
website,
I'm
at
not gonna
least.
lie to you.
No.
It's not on the website. But here's the other thing. If you do want something, I did ask him. He does commission. So if you want to see something that's different than what's on here,
We,
he'll do it. And if you really want his name, you know, contact me after the show, and I'll hook you up with where this is from. But I'm seriously considering getting the Flash. I really am. I'm considering getting that painting because I really don't you do it, Unster. I will hunt you down and kick you straight in the balls.
we did make a suggestion to him to look up My Hero Academia and do like an All Might Small Might or an All Might Deku.
Oh yeah, we did recommend to do some All Might stuff because we one thing that we noticed at Eternal Con, which I mean we both agreed that it's not really the place for like anime type merchandise, but one thing that he should start doing is My Hero art because it sells like hotcakes, one, and two, I think that some of the things that he does would lend really well to My Hero.
Could you imagine a Gran Torino splatter painting?
Can you imagine a Todoroki?
Like just like fire on one side
Splatter
and ice on
painting?
the other side. Could you imagine a Denki
Yeah.
one?
Like he's doing like an ice slide with a oh my god. Right?
Right?
Tori, right? I'm just saying. Unser, I think he has a very versatile style. I think he really does. And I know that it's like very repetitive with the splatter on the acrylic, but there's certain things that go really well that I was thinking of. Like even like an Aquaman would do very well with that sort of painting.
If he did.
I think a Midori would be nuts. Like a amped up Midori would be nuts. Look. Mike has the website. He can definitely check it out.
So like Unser, imagine this but bigger with the scene of Aang with all the elements around him just being splattered across. Like that's what I would think of. Or the episode of Last Airbender where Zuko is in the town where no one knows he's a firebender. Like when he gets just like filled with rage, that would be as like a splatter painting would be just like insane. God, guys, you guys need to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. It is so good.
I don't know how we got into this topic.
Eternal
but
Con.
I'm glad we did because Eternal Con. But I also think that like
No,
I think
only
it's
nerds like Harry Potter. Come on, Unstar.
don't think that I don't want to decorate my apartment. I have a very different way of how I would want to decorate based on what things I like. I really do appreciate interesting art. And oh my god.
See, the fuck you
You could
James
do a
works
Harry
because
Potter.
Harry Potter's dad was a jerk. So you got that right. Unstar.
Yeah,
Fuck you,
that's
James.
true. Tori, I'm not gonna lie. There was one really good poster there that I said to Mike that he had to buy for you, but unfortunately, he couldn't. There's no way for him to get it back. That was the one with the 4
yeah.
houses.
It wasn't a shirt.
That was
it was a painting.
really
Or a print.
no. It was a
No.
It wasn't a rolled up poster.
Yeah.
It was already
Yeah.
like backed poster, and it was so good. And I was like, Tori would love this. And Mike said, "Yeah, you're right. How am I getting this back?"
Nope.
And I said,
Not gonna
"You're not."
happen. So sorry, babe. I can only get you small things. Speaking of which, I left my RoboCop picture at home. God damn it.
No. Mike got a really good RoboCop picture. It was like it was like one of those in memoriam pictures of the last day of what's his name,
Murphy.
Before he got turned into RoboCop. Murphy.
And so one of our friends said the
That was a great one.
the
That was a great
date is
throwback.
wrong. And I think the date that was on there, I was starting to research it, but then I got distracted. The date on there might have been like the release date of the movie, because he was saying, oh, this takes place in the future.
Probably.
It's like, yeah, it takes place in the future, but he could have died in the present, and then the movie could have taken place in the future because of how long it takes for, to actually make RoboCop. Whatever. What do I know? I'm just a kid. So I think today was a great show, Andrew.
I think so too. For pretty much an improv topic show, I think we did excellent. I mean, it was My Hero dominated, but we knew that going in.
My hand looks huge, by the way. Looks monstrous right now, and it's not just because it's fat. It's because it's closer to the camera.
Do you want to do a side? We could do a side topic right now.
My hand is
we can
huge.
tell everybody how good I am. Pokemon Go.
So for people who don't know, Pokemon Go is a wonderful mobile game where you can get to like level 40. The problem is that Andrew, when he first downloaded the game, all those years or months ago, whatever it was, he was so good that he got banned. At least that's what
I got banned. I got banned from Pokemon Go because they said it's not fair how good you are catching Pokemon. And I said, you know what? You're right. I'm going to give everyone else.
And Jesse is sleeping on Tori. So my nephew wanted to play Pokemon Go with more people. So Andrew started playing it. I downloaded it. And in one day, he got to level 16. From level 1 to 16 in a day. In like 2 hours because his phone died, actually. So he could have gotten higher. Sad news
I couldn't go anymore.
They had a feeling Andrew made his account again. So he got no shinies, which is very sad. They banned him. But at level 6,
and
he had
banned
like a 1800 CP Vaporeon, which is like insane because he won a raid. He doesn't know because he was playing before raids, but he won a raid. He won a raid. He was so good.
I won a raid. with
well, you're
supposedly
level 6.
crap.
And then he won a Kyogre raid. And it was all thanks to his friend.
Yeah.
I forgot Andrew's friend's name, who separated everyone by teams. But Andrew and him apparently were very close.
That guy was so weird. Can we talk about him quickly? I've never seen a more human representation of Baby Huey in my entire. I mean, he was 6. He had to be at least 6'1", 6'2", and he wore a Baby Huey yellow shirt. The only thing was missing was a diaper and a what do you call the thing that you wear on your head when you're a kid, when you're a baby? A bonnet. If you put a bonnet and a diaper on this guy, you had Baby Huey.
I honestly was
incredible.
Very confused.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing that pissed me off. Okay, so we were gathered in the area for said raid. I was following the leader. Not really following the leader, but I was following Mike and Calvin around because Calvin really wanted to join the raid, and sure enough, we went.
He's 8 years old. It was a lot of fun. He doesn't
awesome.
get to do this stuff too often. Yeah.
Calvin's awesome. But we get to this area, and again, this like 6'1", 6'2" guy just starts yelling, and I don't know what it was, but he first of all, he had like a very high-pitched voice, and something about me triggered anger, like immediately. And he started saying, like, all the people, let's separate by
he said. I think this is what set Andrew off. He said to maximize balls, and because for those who don't know about raiding in Pokemon, when you do a raid, when the raid is over, if you win, you can't use your regular Pokeballs. You get this special type of capture Pokeballs, and it's the amount you get is based off of what team controls the gym that you fought at, what team had the most participants, and it's all based on like what team you have and how much damage you've done. So sometimes you can get like 8 balls, and other times you'll get like 14 Pokeballs. So you only have that many chances to get a legendary Pokemon when you finish a raid. And so getting the most is very important. So when this guy goes, let's split up into teams and maximize our balls. I can't go that high, Andrew.
No, it was higher.
I can't go
it was
that high.
higher. It was higher.
You can't even.
All right, everybody. So let's get into groups. And immediately I got angry because 1, that voice did not belong on that man. 2,
the inner
he
bottle
was telling me what to do.
Andrew.
And the inner bottle rump in me said, "This is."
And somehow
it just pissed
Andrew
me off.
ended up
And so much so that people started moving, and I said, no. I said this out loud. I said, no, we are not lemmings. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Stop.
It was bad. Andrew had quite the episode. And the sad thing is, Andrew ended up with the rest of his team. So originally,
I don't know
me,
how.
Dan, and Andrew weren't going to do it.
I don't even know how.
But Calvin,
I just followed Calvin.
Calvin said,
that's
we're
what
Team
I
Instinct.
just followed.
And he says,
Calvin.
we should go over there. So let's go over there to be with Team Instinct. And I'm like, okay, man.
I just followed Calvin. So because I'm not gonna start arguing with a child. So well, and frankly, Calvin was my spirit animal that day. You know, he was helping me catch my Pokemon. I'm not going to say no to him, but if fucking random baby Huey comes up to me and starts putting me in a group, that's how genocides start.
It was
okay,
bad. And
fuck him. I am not going to just follow your your noise to where I'm supposed to be a grown man child. That's not happening. I'm not following your lead. There's no way that you are leadership material. You are point and laugh material in my book.
Still, people.
I'm sorry.
And the crazy thing is, Andrew ended up with his team. But the craziest thing is, the only one out of us, me, Dan, Andrew, and Calvin, the only one that stood his ground was Dan. Unfortunately, all of Team Valor went to Dan. So inadvertently.
Two Irish rustling.
Andrew is that dude who blinks and he's in the situations he swore he wouldn't be in. That's it. Andrew
exactly
is the character on a TV show. It really
is.
Where people are like, oh, this is a good idea. And he's like, that's a terrible idea. And it's a hard cut to him in that terrible idea. It's kind of like in Thor Ragnarok, where Thor is like, let's do Get Help. And Loki, who is Andrew, says, I'm not doing Get Help. And then it cuts to him doing Get Help with no explanation. You know?
You just pan to my face and I go, I hate this is happening.
Here's my birthday. So, yeah, that's where we are. So,
but just to let everybody know, I am a amazing Pokemon master. That's all I gotta say. And there's a reason why I don't play anymore, because I like to give everyone else a chance. And it is Mike's birthday this weekend, so everybody, hit up our Twitter.
That's right, everyone. Please, thank you so much for listening to our show tonight. We really appreciate everything you guys do for us. Follow us on twitter.com/toyrage, facebook.com/toyrage, or Andrew, time to point you the other direction. Point this way. There you go. Instagram.com Toyrage Reviews, or youtube.com/Toyrage. Now, Instagram, you may read that as Toy Rager eViews. Either way, we don't care. As long as you get the letters in the right way. It doesn't matter if you're a Toy Rager eViewer or you're a Toy Rage reviewer. We just appreciate you being there. Twitter, again, is the best place to be there, because any presents I buy myself or anything that does happen, you bet your ass I'm going to be posting all this stuff on twitter.com/Toyrage, facebook.com maybe, and instagram.com/ToyRagerEviews. We will be talking about Jurassic something next week, because I know I'm going to be forced to go, and Andrew's going to go because we need a movie to talk about. So that's what we're going to talk about. So if you want to go and be a part of this, please go watch Jurassic World or whatever it is next week. Watch Incredibles 2.
Let's preface this. We are not endorsing Jurassic World, meaning like you got to go see this movie. We're just saying we need topics for next week, so it's probably going to be that movie. So if you want to follow
Unless
along,
Chris
you
Pratt
may want
is
to go
going to
see it.
listen and be a part of this episode where Andrew, you will not get. Yes.
In which case,
we'll replace
we're
Andrew's picture
interviewing.
with Chris Pratt. Sorry, Andrew. You'll just be a voice somewhere in the wind, but that's okay. You can accept that. Okay.
You know what? I can accept that.
I'd see any more. She would see any Chris Pratt. Yeah. Oh, sir.
She meant
did
any
you,
movie.
Did you play that?
She.
Did you play that on
she
Start, the
auto-corrected.
Jurassic World Evolutions game?
Nope.
No. I mean,
You're acting unstern. Probably.
No, but I've seen some people. Have you seen people
No
play
way.
it on caffeine? Did you also know that caffeine has monetization now? And if you were here earlier in the episode, one of the best people in the world, What Drives John, gave us a potato. Now, we're not saying that you guys have to give us potatoes or anything, but any support that you can and
give us a
and
potato.
could give us, please do, especially in potato form. I think that's absolutely phenomenal. But anything that you can do for us, it really, truly, truly does help. It does.
It helps
We
with our
do.
costs.
Andrew has
and
a
we do
painting
have
he has
costs,
to
people.
buy.
We do.
I have to take myself out to dinner.
I
that
have a $900 painting. and let's be honest. The more
Pretty
expensive
much,
of the
yeah,
two
it's gonna
is
be my
Mike going
birthday
out to
dinner.
dinner.
What? Oh, sorry, Andrew. You already bought the painting. But I do need to get
I
another.
knew it. Fucking Unster.
I think
Hide
with
your
this
balls,
potato money,
Unster.
I'm going
Hide
to
your
buy a new
balls.
clip because this clip is getting kind of stretched out, and so I'm going to buy a tighter clip. It's all about getting tight clips. That's what my life is. Anything else, you got, Andrew?
For any of you people out there that are listening to this audio only, by the way, we are live right now. You can watch us live every Tuesday night, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time on caffeine.tv/Toy Rage. And if you're a YouTube listener and you're like, hey, how do I go back and listen to all those episodes on my phone without having to watch your ugly mugs? Well, good news. We're on iTunes.
And
We're on Spreaker. We actually have apps on the App Store for Apple and the Google Play Store, Toy Rage. And it will have all our past episodes in audio format for your listening pleasure. Yes. And there's a lot, people. Don't think that this is a new thing.
Mhm.
This is we're around.
yeah,
We have legs on this. There's plenty of content for you
and
to
we
listen
promise you will cry happy tears with us, as opposed to the sad tears that apparently Rocket Bunny makes kids cry for. Please don't do that. But
to. Please, anything.
welcome, Nubian Crusader.
And here's the other thing, guys. Here's the one last endorsement for our closeout. We do have some merch. Believe it or not, we got merch. Mike,
You can go to teespring.com
where is our merch?
and
where
at the Toy Rage store. It's teespring.com/store/Toy Rage, and you will bring up our storefront there, and you can get an amazing Clarence t-shirt so you can wear and show Clarence that you love him.
please
Please.
show some support for Clarence.
God, he needs so
He
much.
needs education funds. We don't know what level of education he has to start at, but
boy
we
needs
know
help.
it's education.
Although there is one
nonetheless.
sponsor or one company. He
played
is
Tetris on an
Etch-a-Sketch.
Etch-a-Sketch. All right.
He loves his Etch-a-Sketch. And next week
He loves his Etch-a-Sketch.
I have a mission for
It's
Andrew.
his favorite Game Boy.
There's a company I need
All
you to
right.
reach out to
Mission.
and try to get them to sponsor us.
Okay.
It is John Daly's Hard Tea.
All right.
Did you know
I'm
that John
motivated.
Daly had his own drinking line?
I'm motivated. I will contact them.
No,
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 but
not at all.
am I surprised?
Not at all.
Not at all.
So
not,
hopefully next
not at
week-
all. His YouTube videos are by far the most
up, Mad
entertaining
Hatter?
golf videos you'll ever
They're-
watch. Ever.
What is like episode
He's my
10
favorite golfer
or
of all
11?
time. Oh, Teespring. It's TEE
/stores
or
.com
SPRING.
/stores/Toy
.com/ Yes. And please, this also helps with our costs. It does. Every little bit matters. Every little bit helps. And if you really want to help us out, just spread the word. Just say, hey, I got this podcast with these two just overgrown men just bullshitting for an hour. Sometimes they're entertaining. Sometimes they're annoying. Nonetheless, they keep coming back. Spreading the word really does help. And
I posted it.
I believe that's correct.
Teespring.com /stores/.
Yeah, if you go to our Discord, it is up and running. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, Mike.
.com, yeah,
No.
.com/. Come on, Unster, you're better than that. That's pretty much it. We're at 10:15, so we should probably make a skedaddle. So without further ado, Andrew.
It's a good old. Bye.